This is the Aftermarket Radio Network. It's your Weekly Blitz with Chris, keeping you in the game.
Are you ready to supercharge your auto repair business? This is Coach Chris Cotton from AutoFix-Auto The Weekly Blitz is where industry expertise and business innovation collide, revving your engines for the week ahead. Every episode has game-changing insights, up-to-the-minute industry updates, and practical tips to shift your business into high gear. We're talking about stuff you didn't even know you didn't know, folks. If you haven't done so yet, please check out one of the other great podcasts on the Aftermarket Radio Network. Are you tired of cookie-cutter marketing that doesn't resonate with your customers? Brian and Kim at Shop Marketing Pros understand. They were shop owners themselves. They offer comprehensive marketing solutions to help build your brand and attract new customers. Items such as social media management, targeted advertising like Google Ads and Facebook Ads, content marketing, search engine optimization, and website design. Shop Marketing Pros, let's grow your business together. Find out how they can fuel your success at shopmarketingpros.com/Chris. Today, I want to talk about something that might not be at the top of your list, but should be. Dressing to impress and setting a standard of professionalism in your auto repair shop. I often see auto shop owners, they come in their old uniforms that they used to wear when they were working underneath the hood in the back of the shop, which I think is great. It tells everybody who you are. It doesn't set any distance between you and the shop. If somebody comes and asks a question, then the first thing you do is you go out and try to do it for them because you're dressed and ready to go. One, it ends up taking time away from the business, running the business when you should be up front. Next thing you know, you spent all day in the back. Then we're having a talk and you're like, Chris, I didn't get anything done because I was in the back helping the people in the shop all day. So that's part of it. Really, we have to set ourselves apart, right? So let's get into the episode. I'm going to talk about it and we'll go from there. So hopefully you've all heard about the saying, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. This couldn't be truer in the auto repair industry. Our employees and customers look to us at the leaders and Our employees and customers look to us to be the leaders and professionals in the field. When we show up in old, beat-up uniforms or worse, in casual attire like t-shirts and shorts, it sends the wrong message. It tells our employees and customers that we don't take ourselves or our business seriously. Recently, I've been guilty of this myself. I work from home, and it's easy to slouch around in t-shirt, shorts, whatever's comfortable, slippers, whatever. But I've realized how we present ourselves matters, whether it's in the shop or on a Zoom call. Recently, Kimberly and I flew back to Oklahoma for a quick trip. When we got there, we landed and I kind of went straight to work. And it's weird. It felt good to be dressed in khaki slacks, a nice button-up shirt, had my good watch on, and had shoes on that were tied around my feet. And as I'm working, I'm sitting there thinking, man, it actually feels good to be dressed this way. When we start talking about the psychology of dressing well, there's a powerful connection between how we dress and how we feel. When you dress better, you feel better. It isn't just about self-esteem, it's about projecting confidence and competence, which translates into better performance in all aspects of life. I want you to think about it. Don't you stand a little taller when you put on a sharp outfit? Speak a little clearer. Maybe approach challenges with a bit more swagger. That's not just a coincidence. There's psychological studies that have shown that our clothes impact our mood, behavior, and overall importance. This phenomenon is called enclothed cognition, and that's a term coined by researchers Adam and Galinsky in their study published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. One of the other things I want to talk about is whether you think Deion Sanders is good or not, that's debatable. Whether he's a good coach or not, that's debatable. But the guy's got swagger, and he used to could dress pretty good. I don't know about so much right now. But he has a quote that I absolutely love, and make sure I get this correctly. It's, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good. And so that quote encapsulates the essence of why dressing well matters. It's a cycle. Looking good boosts your confidence, which improves your performance, which in turn leads to better results, be it in customer satisfaction, business growth, or dealing with the employees. So to get a little bit further, there's some supporting data to help us with this. Number one, perception and trust. There's a Center for Talent Innovation study found that 75% of people believe their appearance affects their career advancement. Also, in a customer-facing business like auto repair, your appearance directly impacts how customers perceive the professionalism and trustworthiness of your shop. So I want to think about you. What do you wear? What do your service advisors wear at the front counter? Do you have a uniform for them? Number 2, employee morale. There was a survey done by Office Team, and in it, 80% of employees said the appearance of their managers and or owners affected their job satisfaction. When employees see their leaders dressed professionally, it boosts their morale and encourages them to take their roles more seriously. Again, this is leading by example. If you do it, it's going to trickle down. Number 3 on this part, customer confidence. Research from the Journal of Services Marketing suggests that customers are more likely to trust and return to businesses where the staff appeared professional and well-groomed. It's especially true in service industries like auto repair, where trust and reliability are paramount to what we're doing. Now that we've talked about all that, it's time to set a new standard. As the owner, you are the face of your business. Your appearance should reflect the quality and professionalism of your shop. And here's what I think you can do to start setting that standard. Number 1, this goes more to employees, but also for you, because when I say uniform, I'm thinking about the uniform that you wear every day, okay? So number 1, invest in quality uniforms. Ensure all employees, including yourself, have clean, well-fitted uniforms. This is not only going to boost morale, but also instill confidence in your customers. Number 2, dress for the occasion. Whether you're meeting with a customer or attending a business meeting, dress appropriately. A sharp, professional appearance can make a difference in the perception of others' perceptions of you. Next, or number 3, we're going to lead by example. As the owner, your team looks up to you, whether you know it or not, whether you realize it or not. They will likely follow suit if they see you taking pride in your appearance. This creates a culture of professionalism that permeates the entire business. Let's address the role of the owner a little bit and talk about crucial points about focusing on leadership and allowing your team to do their jobs. When you dress professionally as the owner, it creates a natural separation between manager and technical roles, and here's why that's beneficial. Number 1, delegation and trust. By acting like a leader, you signal to your team that you trust them to handle the technical aspects of their job. This encourages them to take ownership of their responsibilities and develop their skills. And number 2, if you're wearing a nice shirt and slacks, you can say, hey, have you given that every possible avenue of solving it, taking care of it on your own without coming to me? Number 2, it helps you focus on strategy. When you're not constantly jumping in to help with technical tasks, you can focus on strategic planning, customer relations, business growth. Your role as a leader is to steer the business towards success, not get bogged down in day-to-day operations. Same thing is true as a service advisor. Once you leave the counter as a service advisor, I don't want you ever going back. Like if you have to fill in, and actually I don't even want you to do that. If you have to fill in at the front counter, there's something wrong. We have to figure out and solve that. That's a whole different episode. Number 3, professional boundaries. Dressing professionally helps establish clear boundaries. Employees know that while you're approachable, your primary role is to manage the business rather than to perform their tasks for them. This helps maintain a structured and efficient workflow. There's 2 things that got me on this topic and toward this. Number 1, I had a good conversation with Brian from Shop Marketing Pros the other day. And recently, Kimberly and I fly a lot, but I remember, I started flying back in the 70s, and even in the 70s, people dressed a little bit nicer, had more respect for the people that worked in the airports and the airplanes. It was an experience. Like I looked forward to flying then. Maybe it was the dog and pony show. I don't know. So Kimberly and I have stepped up our game, especially when we travel. We dress nicely for each other and try to project professionalism to each other and those around us wherever we go. I think that simple change has really impacted how others perceive us. Hopefully, maybe they just think we're snooty people. I don't know. But I think it's translated into how we approach the business. And instead of doing that just on the road, I'm going to pledge to do that when I'm at home now, and especially when I'm in Zoom calls and things like that. I said I'm going to pledge to do that. So I'm pledging to look the part and be an example for my team and our customers for AutoFix. No more slouching around in casual clothes. It's time to take pride in our appearance and set the standard for professionalism in the auto repair industry. I want you to please join me in this pledge. And some of you are doing a really good job. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this, but I get on some of my meetings and you owners out there are outdressing me. So good on you for that. Some aren't, some are, but good on you for the ones that are. Again, please join me in this pledge. Let's show our employees and customers that we mean business. Dressing to impress isn't about vanity. It's about respect for yourself, your employees, and your customers. Let's take that step together and elevate the standards in our industry. Your appearance reflects your business and shines as brightly as your services. A big shout out to our listeners. Your dedication to growth fuels our passion. And let's not forget our fantastic sponsor, Shop Marketing Pros, who ensures this show is accessible to you. Where quality meets visibility, Shop Marketing Pros ensures your European or diesel repair shop stands out in a crowded market. Thanks for tuning into the Weekly Blitz, everybody. Remember, it's time to rise, grind, and keep your mindset positive. Until next time, Chris Cotton signing off.
You've been listening to the Weekly Blitz with Coach Chris Cotton on the AftermarketRadioNetwork.com. Follow Chris on your favorite podcast listening app. Let him know what you'd like him to cover. His email is in the show notes. Chris is all for advancing the aftermarket.